What's up, family? It's your girl, Amber the Alchemist. Welcome to another video, aka a very thoughtless yet still intentional reading, channeling some insight. So let me tell y'all how I have not had a day to myself in months. So I'm just pulling cards here in my altar space, my office space. And I started pulling these messages, and then Share Wisdom just flew the fuck out. And y'all know how Spirit do. When Spirit talks, I listen. So I'm like, okay, let me just, before I start going in, let me just record this. So here we are. It's another video where we're not focusing on the aesthetics and all that. I'm just here to deliver some messages. This is like my fourth video I recorded in a month, which y'all know is so unlike me and very unlikely. So take advantage of the guidance that I have been delivering. If you are new here, new to the community, then you know, then you might not know that the spiritual community is under attack on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. These people are pretty much just scamming y'all and creating fake pages, taking photos and work from people like me and making entirely new pages and pretending to be me, hopping in people's DM, asking for money. Girl, now, if you know me, you know, like, I don't really do too much like combo chit chat as it is. So you guys are never gonna catch me sliding into your DMs, because the way that my Scorpio moon is set up, absolutely not. So if you do receive anyone trying to message you and you think it's me, it's not. I only have one page on Instagram, and you will know which it's me because I have the most followers. So there's that. I just wanted to give you guys that insight because a lot of people don't know this has been happening for over a year. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a whole nother story, but that's not why we're here. We're really here to talk about this Gemini full moon that has happened today. It's happening tonight. And the cards that I pulled were trust. Actually, hold on, let me show you guys. For the basis of this reading, we have trust and release. These are the two cards that flew out. We are expanding, y'all. We are flying high. And that is requiring us to stretch ourselves. And in fact, I'm looking at this frog here. I feel like you guys are supposed to be doing yoga and getting in the frog pose. That's going to help open up your hips, help open up that sacral chakra. You guys might be focusing on the sacral chakra right now. We do have this Page of Wands energy, which I'll get to in a moment. But Spirit is essentially telling us to trust what they are removing and releasing out of our lives, but also trust ourselves to make those own decisions and move forward. At the top, we had universe and speak truth, which only makes sense because Gemini energy is ruled by air. It's about communication. It's about writing. It's about speaking our truth. It's about communication. So a lot of the releasing that we're probably going to be doing under this full moon is going to be coming through writing, through channeling, through scribing, through journaling, through having really heartfelt conversations. Tomorrow, I believe Venus goes retrograde. So a lot of issues regarding our relationships and just things that we value. The things that we value are going to start to change. And it's obvious right here. We have this Knight of Pentacles here and this Knight of Cups. It's showing us that there are certain things that we've committed ourselves to, certain things that we've been consistent about, that we're going to be walking away from here with this Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So not only are we walking away from certain things, but also I feel like there's been a breach of trust too. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting this, I'm sensing that when it comes to our relationships, we're really, I'm going to take a step back because I want to talk about relationships for a second. And the one thing that's been coming up for me as a conversation point with just family and friends and things of that matter is what family means and what that looks like. And if you are Black or you're just a part of the African diaspora, you know that the concept of family is something that we really cling on to and hold on to. And even though we know that like there's always some sort of beef, there's always something being swept up under the rug, people not being treated the way that we should, but it's all in the name of we're family, we're supposed to be sticking together. Now, let's just think about this past year. This year was the year of, I know that you guys kind of like to read my videos or watch my videos because of the messaging, but I just want to like channel and talk for y'all, talk with y'all for a second before I start to pull some more cards. So this past year, 2021, was the year of 5. Now, the year of 5 is a number that represents change, freedom, liberation, breaking free from the shackles, things that have been hindering us. That's why so many of us have made really life-changing decisions or have had a lot of life-changing things happen to us this year because of that that year 5 energy that we're under. Now, when we relate it to the tarot, the number 5 is represented through the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents those societal structures that we cling on to, that we put on a pedestal. That represents the familial structures, the religious structures that kind of have a tight grip on us just because of conditioning, pretty much. And that is where a lot of the resistance, that's where I'm hearing resistance. That's where some of the resistance is taking place, especially those that have entered the Saturn return, and you start to unlearn and relearn. You notice that you're breaking away from certain things. You're breaking away from certain religious practices, relationships, and things of that matter. Over this Gemini full moon, Spirit wants us to be easy on ourselves and to trust our passion and to trust where Spirit is divinely guiding us. We have the Chariot here, and we have trust here. Spirit is telling us, trust where we are guiding you. Trust where we are leading you. This Chariot wants us to move forward. It wants us to take those next steps. It wants us to push through. So I feel like some of us are, I'm thinking about the Fool, and maybe that's a card that will pull up for us, but I'm thinking about someone who is kind of on the edge of that cliff. And this is not a trigger warning, because I probably should have said this person has a parachute on. Y'all know how I do. I be doing these metaphors, and sometimes they don't be working. It makes sense in my head, and then when I try to vocalize it, be like, girl, what are you talking about? But the vision that I'm getting in my head is like someone who's always wanted to like dive cliffs. I don't know if that's like a thing or what it's called. I forget. I blink out, mom brain. But someone who wants to do that, and they've been waiting for this moment, and they finally have that opportunity to do it, and then they kind of bitch out. It's like you're right at that edge, but you just don't want to jump. And Spirit is telling us this Gemini full moon to jump. It's very clear. We're being told to jump. And I think it's more so about jumping and getting rid of the things that we don't need. Jumping to get rid of the relationships, or to bring some peace and closure to the relationships that have been really holding us back, or just not just are no longer in our best interest. The 6 of Cups here, the 6 of Pentacles is showing me that a lot of our focus has been into giving and being of service, and also people might have been of service to you, and you're thinking about all of the things and all of the sacrifices maybe someone made for you, or the money that they invested in you, but it's still not aligning with your heart. But because of what they did for you, you feel this obligation to stay in this relationship or stay in this situation that is no longer honoring you. And Spirit is saying over this full moon in Gemini, release that guilt and let go of that guilt. That is not yours to carry. That is not yours to carry. This Chariot and this Eight of Wands, a lot of this is regarding moving. Some of you guys are going to be moving out of your home, moving away from your parents, moving away from your family. Even someone might have been doing some snooping, or you had a roommate was doing some snooping. I just feel like someone was doing the seven of swords here is very much so giving like snooping, trying to see what you're up to. And it's just like, I can't live like this. I can't be in a relationship where I feel like someone is keeping tabs on me, or where I feel like I can't be completely honest and vocalize what I want or vocalize how I feel. That's why I speak this truth here is too, because we're liberating ourselves through our throat chakras, through communication. And that's where that Gemini energy comes in. So we're going to be deciding to take those next steps over this Eight of Wands. Some of you guys might be traveling, actually moving. This might be closer to a father or a father figure, or you're deciding to move on being your own authority figure. This Emperor energy is Aries, so you could be an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But either way, your guides are telling you that now it's time to boss up. Now it's time to grow up. It's time to grow. It's time to grow up. It's no longer, you're moving past that space where you can take orders from people. Spirit is saying it's not about taking orders from people, and it's not about doing things to appease people. Sometimes you're going to have to sometimes people are going to be disappointed by how you choose to honor yourself and how you choose to prioritize yourself. But that's one of the lessons that we're learning too, about how we gave so much of ourselves in these relationships and these connections with our job. We gave to the point where now if there's something else that is pulling on our hearts, there's something else, this Page of Wands, that is refueling us and recharging us. And in order for us to pursue this thing that is showing up for us, it's time to take into account where we have overgiven or undergiven. And I feel like most of us, it's where we were overgiven. It's like something else is taking too much of our time, where now we're not giving ourselves the time, space, and energy to focus on what it is that we actually want. And that's what Spirit is asking us to do over the course of this Gemini full moon, to pursue this passion, to pursue this connection, to pursue this relationship, to pursue this hobby. And also the message that I'm getting too is trusting that whatever this thing is that is piquing your interest, it has a role. I don't know exactly what Spirit is trying to say, but it has a role in your life. Maybe you're trying to make sense of how this thing can fit into your life. And Spirit is saying that it all has a role. It has a role. It's part of the universe's plan. It's part of the divine plan. So trust. Okay, Spirit. That was like the first full message that I got. So I'm going to just clear the energy, because I did pull these cards without y'all. So let's just clear the energy and not start over, but get a little bit more structured. Okay. I am going to use my Enchanted Map Oracle cards. I love this deck. I use this deck. I'm going to start incorporating more, I guess, just more lifestyle content, more beauty, fashion content, but into my reading, so you guys know like what decks I'm using, why I use them, why I love them. But we'll definitely get into that in the new year. But we are going to use this Enchanted Map Oracle to see what energies are surrounding us over this Gemini full moon. And basically what I was going to tell y'all is I love this deck because I use it in my career readings, my business readings. So if you're looking for some guidance, you're looking for some direction, see what the Enchanted Oracle map is all about. Okay, so you just don't want to shuffle regularly. I see you. Okay, Spirit, what energies are surrounding the collective over this Gemini full moon? Okay, wait, let me sip some water first. Y'all know channeling be having a bitch thirsty. All right, Spirit. What energies are surrounding the collective over this Gemini full moon? The last full moon of the new year of 2021. Flying. Okay, y'all. So back to that travel and direction. I definitely, some of us are, I see some of us are being guided to book that flight, to take that trip, to make that move. Flying also requires us to be up in the air. We are elevating, we are growing, we are needing to see things from a higher perspective, needing to see things from a lens that is outside of our own. So you might have to travel or go somewhere to see things a little bit differently. The number 20 is also coming through, so this might be around the this might be happening around December 20th, which would be on Monday. Unexpected visitors. Okay, someone might be coming in and flying to see you. Someone might be popping up, showing up, or someone just hits you last minute like, hey, I'm coming to your city. Unexpected visitors coming through. So I also feel like it's important to be around, what was I about to say? It's important to be aware of your surroundings right now too, because there might be certain guides that are trying to communicate to you. This might be happening when you're astral traveling. You might have some communication there with a spirit guide. What other energies, Spirit, are surrounding the collective over this full moon? Okay, these two came together. Mountain and field of dreams. So Spirit says, like, yes, there are some trials. Yes, there are some obstacles that we have to overcome or that we're overcoming. This big stretch, this big leap that we're being called to take is the thing that is going to open up possibilities for us. It is going to be literally a field of dreams, a field of what it is that we want or what we've been calling in. I feel like Spirit wants us to make sure that our vision isn't limited right now, that we are open to different ideas. We're open to different possibilities. We're open to different outcomes. Because there might be an unexpected pivot that we're called to take, and that could be the obstacle. That could be the thing that is troubling us. But Spirit said it's actually just opening us up. It's leading us to this thing. See how you go from 20 to 40 to 41 to 6 and then over to 21? You have to fly. You have to fly over the unexpected changes. You have to fly over and soar above the pivot. You have to fly above and soar over those changes that that just kind of come out of the blue, and know that you're being rerouted. The destination hasn't changed. You're just being rerouted. In fact, it's going to open you up to more possibilities. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that resonates with me too, because I don't even know anymore. I think that I've gotten comfortable with just being on Spirit time, and I think that I've been doing this work long enough for you guys to see that I move on Spirit time, and I move how I feel like moving, and what Spirit tells me to do. And sometimes that looks like taking months of break. Just visibly, I'm still working behind the scenes, but sometimes I kind of just go into the shadows to to deal with some shit that's going on the home front or the family front, or just Saturn return shit, new mom shit. Like there's always going to be something. There's always going to be, things are not always going to flow in the way that we want it to. So Spirit says we have to keep ourselves open to those changes and trust where Spirit is leading us. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective over? Ooh. See, y'all? Spirit sees, like, we know that, oh my gosh, this is such a sweet reading. It's like Spirit is acknowledging the pain that we've been through, the disappointments that we've been through, the heartbreaks that we've been through, but that is not the end all be all. We can't stay stuck in that energy. We can't stay stuck with our hearts broken. We have to be willing to take those next steps to heal ourselves, to reclaim our vision, to reclaim our energy, to take our power back. So that's why sometimes you need to just soar above the bullshit. And Spirit is saying, like, we are pouring into you. We are meeting you. I'm hearing we are meeting you with expectation. We're meeting you with things that are beyond your expectations, Spirit says. We are meeting you with things, opportunity, and love that is beyond your expectations. You don't even know. You don't even know. We don't even know. But what we do know is that we had to experience this in order to get to this. We had to experience the pain to truly appreciate the blessings, to truly appreciate the miracles, to feel the love. And this is just, the pain is just a sign that that our heart is still working, that we're still human. So things feel kind of gray right now, but Spirit is saying that that energy is going to shift. You're going to start feeling more love. We're working on healing our relationships, healing our heartbreaks, healing those things that, see? Fool, there's a new beginning here. This is literally a new beginning. And didn't I say, like, I'm envisioning someone standing at that cliff? And I feel like I mentioned the Fool. I can't remember if I did, but bitch, I was thinking about it. And here the Fool is. We had to experience this for our new beginning. In order for that new beginning to actually start, we have to release, we have to let go of the past and start on a clean slate. Spirit, can you clarify on this Fool? What is this new beginning that's happening for us over this full moon in Gemini? So this is new beginnings when it comes to our heart and healing our heart. So this is new relationships, new connections, new friendships. I feel like Spirit is helping us replace our tribe or people that you felt would be in your tribe forever, people that you felt like we're going to be BFFs forever. The Hierophant, mentioned that before. We're breaking free from conformity. We're breaking free from the idea of conformity and the idea of, I'm hearing adaptability, but I see this Hierophant is like, it's so funny. I feel like this Hierophant represents someone in your family or a resource that you have or something that you have access to, and they have the keys, or you felt like this was the key. You felt like this was the way. You felt that corporate was the way. You felt that religion was the way. And Spirit is just like, maybe it was the introduction, but it wasn't the way. It wasn't the path. The way is you taking that risk and shooting your shot and doing this thing completely different. That's the way, and that's the wave. So I feel like you had to go under this structure. You had to kind of sit at the feet of your elders or mentors and kind of establish that relationship and get that guidance. And now that you have your guidance, now that you got that guidance, you got that information or that experience, now it's time to kind of break free from that and do things your own way. You're breaking free. You're seeing that, like, I am in control. And that's where that Emperor energy came through as well. It's about authority. being your own source of authority, being your own leader, but being led by spirit. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have to share with us over this full moon in Gemini? All right, we have the Knight of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, the Star, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and 7 of Swords, which some of these cards are cards that we had already got before. So here's the healing that is taking place. And just as I mentioned before, this Knight of Wands is this news or this information that is coming through to you regarding your passions, or this could be sexual chemistry, physical chemistry as well, or just resonance. I'm really taking this Knight of Wands as resonance. Because we're maturing, y'all. I feel like the main thing that we can all kind of sit with over this full moon in Gemini is how much we've grown and how much we've matured, especially how we show up in our relationships and also how we show up for ourselves. I just want to take a minute to sit with these messages. This Knight of Wands is here to bring something that will stand the test of time. So I feel like you're looking for a place to ground yourself. You're looking for stability. You're looking for legacy. You're looking for something that can connect you throughout time. I'm hearing something that will connect you throughout time, something that will be long lasting. And it's coming through as this new beginning, as this new opportunity here. And this might be connected with your ancestors or something in your family. You might be an ancestral healer or a healer in general, because we do have the Star here. You might be someone who helps people break away from those like long-lasting patterns, move away. It's so interesting. I feel like some of you guys are like transitional, like you support people when they're in times of transition, or yeah, that's kind of like what I'm getting. You help people transition, or you help people when they're in times of transition. Maybe you're a doula. Like, yeah, maybe you're a doula, but maybe you're like a career doula. The Star here is Aquarius energy, so maybe you are, you might be moving away from someone who's an Aquarius sun, moon, or rising, or something that you committed to during Aquarius season. You are deciding to walk away from. A lot of us are sitting at a crossroads over this Gemini full moon, and I feel like the decision has already been made, because I feel like you were promised one thing, and then you were promised one thing. You were promised to get those keys. You were promised to get that information. You were promised, you were promised something. Like, you came in as the Fool. You might have come in new to something, and you were promised that like, this is something that this is a career path that you can grow with, or an opportunity that you can grow with. And I feel like there wasn't any opportunity for you to grow. I feel like you showed up and you did your part, but someone else didn't do their part. It's almost like they were speaking, but it's like someone's actions and their words were not lining up, and that caused some sort of confusion. And I think that because of that, you had to move away or walk away from something. I feel like a lot of you are going to be focusing on astrology too with this Star energy. Spirit, can you clarify on the Star for us? What is this Star? This could be about you sharing your light, putting a light on something regarding your family. If this is a family secret, or a family, some sort of painful experience that happened in your family, you might be the one to kind of put a light on it. You might have had some gatekeepers that were trying to like keep that information on the low, and it might have been you that brought light to that. Like I'm just thinking about what I always say, you can't heal what you don't reveal. And I feel like you might be someone who is revealing. Dude, can you clarify on the star for us over this Gemini full moon? The star is coming through with the Four of Swords. So we are supposed to be prioritizing our healing over this Gemini full moon, through rest, through contemplation, through relaxation. If you are taking a trip or going somewhere, making sure that you're taking time to meditate, that you're taking time to just close your eyes and be at peace and rest. I feel like a lot of us are doing, a lot of us are just kind of needing to take a break right now. All right. Now let's see. What is this Gemini full moon spirit here to show the collective at this time? What is this Gemini full moon here to show us? Ooh. Okay, this Gemini full moon is here to show us how to level up, point blank, period. Showing us how to level up. It is showing us how we are learning ourselves, how we are getting to know ourselves, how we're integrating certain painful experiences, getting to know ourselves through our trauma. Getting to know ourselves through our trauma, but also getting to know ourselves through the things that bring us joy and the things that bring us excitement. I feel like a lot of us are doing some filtering. This Eight of Pentacles is showing me that there's going to be a mentorship opportunity, or an opportunity for you to go back to school, an opportunity for you to study and in this new thing. It's like you're starting off as a novice. All right, Spirit. What else? Okay. Three of Discs just flew out. So this is also regarding collaborations and how we work with people. So there might be a new collaboration that surfaces. I feel like you might be walking away from a friend. I feel like with the Three of Discs and the Three of Swords, I feel like I'm just getting like there was 3 friends and one person did something and everyone turned their back on that one person. All right, what else is this full moon in Gemini here to reveal, Spirit? Ooh, okay, yes, we love to see it. Okay, Leos, stand up. So, this Gemini moon is also going to highlight our career. So there might be a new collaboration that is coming through with you guys. There might be an offering that comes through before the new year, and an opportunity. This might be a promotion. The Sun is about visibility. It's about vibrancy. So this is when you're like, hey, I've dimmed my light. I've filtered myself. There's certain things that I didn't communicate, or I didn't let it be known that I was educated in this area, or I came off as uneducated, or not knowing, or not having my shit together. And it's like, no, so much has changed since then. Look who I've become. Look who I am now. I done leveled up. I done mastered up. And now it's time for y'all niggas to see where I'm at. Now it's time for you to see the growth. Now it's time to flex, okay? Can you clarify on this Sun? Working with sunflowers, bringing some sunflowers into your space too. Making sure that you're spending time in the light. Y'all need some vitamin D. That was too many cards, Spirit. Can you clarify on this Sun? Okay. The Sun coming through with the Queen of Vessels and the Knight of Discs. All right, y'all, we are taking an intuitive approach to what it is that we are doing and the moves that we're making and the commitments that we're going to be making in 2022. If we don't feel it, if we don't resonate with it, if you don't connect with it, then it's probably not for you. And if it's not for you, and if it's something that you have to do temporarily, that's cool, but it's not something that you're going to have to do for a long time. This Queen of Cups is about intuitively making decisions around your routine, around the things that you were committing to. So keeping a spiritual practice, spiritual maintenance, and spiritual routine is a priority for you to commit to your day-to-day tasks. This Knight of Pentacles is about how you're going to show up every single day to get what it is that you want, or to get that visibility that you want, or to get that highlight or that spotlight that you want, that collaboration that you want, that brand sponsorship that you want, because you done grown, you're starting to get the keys, you're starting to understand and learn a little bit more. So this is going to be, your process is going to be intuitive based. This it's also Knight of Cups here, so this could be involving a water sign woman, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces woman, mature woman. You might be working with a healer on a regular basis when it involves your career. Okay? Okay, Spirit. All right, Spirit. What? Oops. I didn't even ask a question, baby. Slow your roll. Y'all see how I talk to myself? I know I'm not the only one. You'll probably be like, this bitch is kooky. She's bugging. I am. All right, Spirit. What other energies are surrounding us over this full moon in Gemini, Spirit? Okay, y'all. Journey. Journey is flying through with constancy. And here, this is what it's about. You have the Knight of Discs. We have the Knight of Discs. We have the Eight of Discs. Journey, constancy. We're focused on commitment over this Gemini full moon. I think that we're going to be taking into account the things that we didn't commit to or fully give our energy into, whether this was in collaborations or with our family, friends. We're thinking about how we kind of fell off, right? Or we were indecisive. We weren't really thinking about the future, and now we are. Now we're going to be starting to think about our day to day. This is a great time to get a journal, to get an agenda that is going to help you cultivate a daily practice, a weekly practice, a monthly practice. This Knight of Discs is someone who's willing to show up and commit and do the work every single day. It's very much so Capricorn energy. So this could be the energy that we're stepping into right before Capricorn season in a couple of days. We're trying to make sure that our structure and our foundation is secure. And Spirit says it's a journey. There's gonna be things that we start or things that we try out and it's not for us. And back to the message that I got before, it takes the passion and the courage within us to take that leap of faith and try something new, to decide what it is that we actually like so that we can settle and get comfortable in that one space and show up, or in that one thing and show up consistently, show up every day and learn more about ourselves, learn more about that job, learn more about our relationship, etc., etc. So there's this message of consistency and commitment and knowing that it's a part of your journey to try different things out. But you have to be connected to it. Your heart has to be connected to it. You have to feel it. If you don't feel it, it's not going to make you want to wake up every day and do it. You have to feel it. It has to connect with you. Even if it's not something that you, I was going to say even if it's not something that you love, but there has to be some form of resonance here for whatever long-term decisions that you make. It has to suit you. It has to fit with your heart, because we've learned, and maybe that was something that you learned before with this 3 of Swords. Maybe you learned that shortcuts is not the way. You can't, there's no shortcuts to this legacy shit. There's no shortcuts to long-lasting shit. You have to plant that seed and show up every day and cultivate and give it enough sunlight and make sure it grows. It's really about tending to the process, y'all. I'm going to title this video Tending to the Process. Tending to the process. And a lot of this process is going to be written down. And that's why I say, like, new journals, new agendas, new lists, new vision boards. Like, we are creating a visual identity, or through words, or what it is that we're trying to manifest or bring in or stay committed and consistent with for the next year. Okay, so what else can we expect over this full moon in Gemini? Merchant and sorrow. Okay, Spirit also wants to say about not putting pressure when it comes to like giving and gifting right now. I know that it's holiday season and capitalism really ate us up with this shit, because we put so much pressure on ourselves about gift giving and making sure that we're showing up materially, and not all of us are in that position. So Spirit says don't stress yourself out if you can't, like if you are unable to get what it is that you want. You might have to just save for another time, and that is okay. Again, like, don't make these short-term decisions that are gonna fuck you up in the long haul. Don't take out that loan, that quick loan that you're gonna get, and then a year from now, you know, you haven't positioned yourself, or you haven't been showing up every day or doing the work or plan to paying that loan off, and then the interest builds and yada yada yada. It's a process. Thinking things through before making those decisions is really important. I also see some of you guys are going to be deciding to, you might just be shopping, or you might be deciding to create your own shop or create your own store. Spirit wants me to clarify on this merchant message, so that's what I'm going to do. Spirit, can you clarify on this merchant? So Spirit is also saying, like, there are certain things that you were offering or that you were giving to people. Now it's time to monetize off of that. So some of you guys are going to be monetizing off a gift that you have. You might be an astrologer. You might be someone who like does readings and for your family or for your people. And it's like, okay, now it's time to get my coins, because you know that everything is energy, and energy requires energy exchanges. So if you are doing something, it's important for you, that energy, to be returned back to you. Spirit, can you clarify on this merchant energy? Okay, merchant coming through with the 3 of Wands. Okay, y'all, I see some people are going to be thinking about buying a house, or you are thinking about traveling, or you are thinking about planning and what you need, what tools that you need to make that next step or to plan. Someone also might be buying land and building on that land. This might be something that you do with your family, or this could be a homestead. This could also be a retreat center somewhere in warm climate, somewhere in the sun where you can soak up that vitamin D. Back to the retreat center, four of Swords here. Someone is planning to do a retreat or some sort of retreat center. Okay. I'm trying to see. This is so much fun. All right. I am going to close out this reading with some final messages from the universe. And I am using my Notes from the Universe deck. Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection by Mike Dooley. I love this deck. I use it a lot when I'm channeling ancestral messages or just channeling direct messages from spirit, because there's these little phrases and these little words, and it just allows, it just gives space for spirit to speak. So spirit, what do you have to say to us over this final full moon of 2021, spirit? What final words do you have for us? Spirit said things are not as they appear. That is why you have to trust yourself and trust your intuition. I feel like there is someone here that is being a little bit shady, that is not being honest. Like again, their words and their actions are not lining up. If you are trusting that something is just not right and it doesn't feel right, trust yourself. And this Gemini full moon tends to bring things to a point, bring things to a height. So you might see over this full moon that things were not as they appeared. Things were not what they looked like or what they were led to be. Spirit, what other messages do you have for us of this Gemini full moon? Spirit says no two flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. Spirit speaks about individuality. You are one of one. Nobody is fucking with you because nobody is you. There is literally only one of you, and that is your magic. That is my magic. That is everyone's magic. So do not get caught up in comparison. And maybe you need that sunflower to remind you that you might be a gardener or an herbalist, or you put together a florist, you put together beautiful floral arrangements. Okay, there's a few others that flew out. Don't be misled. Spirit is trying to warn us, y'all. Warn us. We all have this internal GPS, this internal compass to tap in, connect with spirit, meditate, sit in that sacred space, sit in that void space for information. Spirit is literally here trying to show us things are not what they seem. Don't get it fucked up. Do not believe in the hype, okay? So trust yourself, trust what your intuition is showing you, trust what your intuition is revealing you. Sometimes you're not always going to have that tangible evidence to kind of validate your experience or what it is that you're feeling, but that is part of connecting with spirit and connecting with your guides, because once you cultivate that relationship, it only takes them one time to tell you, okay? So trust what they tell you. And stop asking for more signs. The proof is in the pudding, they say. Okay. Spirit also says, you are destined for greatness on the wings of love. You are destined for greatness on the wings of love. It's a part of your journey. It is a part of your destiny. Do not get caught. Don't get so focused on the destination that you miss out on the journey. You miss out on those yummy experiences that just make it all worthwhile. If it was just a 1-2 step, it would be so easy for us. But their spirit puts these mountains, these obstacles, these little things that we have to move and shake and kind of navigate through, to show the universe that this is what it is that we want, and that we are committed to following our path and not being misled. And sometimes we do. Sometimes we stray a path or go in a different direction. But Spirit is saying, like, we are on the right path. So don't allow yourself to be misled by imposter syndrome. Don't allow yourself to be misled by holding on to the past. Forward movement, trusting in the journey. Okay, Spirit, what final messages do you have for us? Okay, no. Final message, Spirit. All right, the final message is, sometimes the good is hidden. Things are not as they appear. Sometimes the good is hidden. Don't be misled. Spirit speaks of, I'm thinking about this sun and how the sun is so fucking bright. Sometimes it blinds us, or sometimes the things that are the brightest catch our attention. And Spirit says sometimes the things that immediately catch our attention is not always the path that we should follow. Sometimes it's the path that we have to take a step back, or we have to reroute ourselves. Sometimes that's the thing. It's in the chase is what I'm hearing. Sometimes that our destiny is in the chase. It's in the pursuit. Ooh. So pay attention to what this full moon reveals to you. There's some good that is going, there's some good things that are going to be revealed or showcased over this Gemini full moon. And I am going to end this with some golden mantras using the Golden Mantras Mama Green deck created by Destiny Taylor, but she's been inspired by Brown Girl Alchemy, and felt like affirmations have really been her practice of choice that have really cultivated a connection with her and her guides. And she created this beautiful, this gorgeous deck. So shout out to you, Destiny. I love this deck and I love the affirmations. So Spirit, what affirmations do you have for us over this full moon in Gemini? Okay. Spirit says, I am in control of my life. I am capable of creating the life I desire. Control and creation. Control and creation. There goes that Aries energy, being your own source of authority, being in control of your own destiny, and knowing that you have the power to create what it is that you want. And I know I say this time after time, but it never gets old because it's our reality. Another affirmation, final affirmation is, God and the universe, hear my prayers. And that just goes along with how we started this message with trust. Trust, trust, trust that your prayers are being heard and your prayers are received. So I love you guys. I hope that you have a beautiful and blessed full moon. Please stay safe. These numbers are going up. I wish you guys so much love, and I will probably see you in the new year. Who knows? Take care, y'all. And okay, let me give you my little spiel. If you feel called to dive deeper, don't forget you can book a one-on-one session with me. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Medium so you don't miss out on my weekly offerings. I also, again, reiterate, block, report the scammers. Please do not DM me about them. There's nothing I can do unless Instagram decides to verify me. And if you really resonated with these messages, you can go ahead and tip me, send some gratitude my way, or a birthday gift, because my birthday is tomorrow. Your girl turns 29 and fine and divine. So if you guys want to hit up my Cash App, my Venmo, or my PayPal, it's amberthealchemist and amberthealchemist@gmail.com. All right, y'all. Love you. Take care.